Please welcome onto the stage, Jayne Rodgers!
Okay, it's a bit weird here because you're watching back to front. Okay, Star Wars. You've all heard of Star Wars, right? Yeah, everyone's got an idea about what it is. Massive global phenomenon, $9 billion at the box office. That doesn't include the games, the Lego, the theme park and the rest of it. But have you all heard of Mills and Boon? You know, the romance novels that your grandma reads, an even bigger, more important cultural phenomenon. Founded in 1908, there's a Mills and Boon book sold every 3 seconds in the UK. So I'm going to tell you why Star Wars is so successful. It's so successful because it's actually a perfectly crafted Mills and Boon story. And I'm going to tell you precisely how. Okay, so you have to have a location. Your location here is the Death Planet. The Death Star. It's got to be, it's got to be remote. It's got to be a place where our lovers can meet and they can hang out together. There's war, destruction, death and stuff going on here. We've got our fabulous heroine, Princess Leia. Princess is always good in Mills and Boon romances. She's of good stock. She's got good breeding potential. But she's also feisty and modern. She's got a job. She's saving the universe. Okay, here's our decoy hero. He's not our real hero. We might imagine that he is, but he's actually kind of a bit like her. He's a bit too nice. He's a bit too emo. He's kind of like her gay best friend, really. The guy she bounces her ideas off. Here's our real hero. He's Han Solo. He's manly. He's rugged. He kind of lives on the edge. He's a smuggler. He's a bit naughty, and he's got a gun too. His gun, you will know, is not as big as you might have imagined it might be. Then we've got our R2-D2 and CP3O. Now, these are kind of like in a romance story. These are like the kids or the pets that allow our characters to explain things slowly in case the reader or the viewer hasn't taken things on board. And then we have our parents. You always have parents, but parents in Mills and Boons and romance novels are always useless. They cannot give you good advice. They don't understand their kids at all. And parents don't come much more useless than Darth Vader. So this gives us a chance to bring in sort of other characters who might give you a bit of wise advice now and again. So Obi-Wan Kenobi, this is when we know we're moving completely into the realms of fantasy. Who pays attention to old men in sackcloth giving you sage advice? And then, they unfortunately kill off Obi-Wan Kenobi, a bit inopportune in terms of storytelling. So they bring in the little green guy instead, and now the little green guy is your new wise person. Okay, so you've got the 3 of them together, and Hans is like, oh my God, why is that nerdy guy always with us? And she's like, oh, I like him. He's kind of friendly. I feel kind of strangely attracted to him. And he's like, I don't rate him. Don't be jealous of him. And Hans, all manly, and he's like, I'm not jealous. I'm never jealous. And he storms off. So, we've got the perfect setup for our hero and heroine getting together. We know that they like each other. They know they've got a bit of a thing going on. So we've got them all set up. But, so we've got to throw a spanner in the works. And Hans is starting to go, oh, I'm not getting any from her. She's very nice, but I'm not getting any. I'm out of here. So he heads out and he goes off back to Jabba the Hutt, and he's off to pay his debt to her. And she's really mad and she's really angry about it. She's absolutely furious. And so this is good. We get tension and drama. And he's just like, oh, will you quit with the nagging? Do not go on. So he does the kiss, the tender kiss. That's the one that kind of makes it all happen. But then you've got to have what they call in romance stories the black moment. And they don't come much blacker than your hero getting frozen in carbon stuff. So Han gets thrown, oh no, it's a nightmare, it's all going horribly wrong. How are they ever going to get past this? And then you've not only got that black moment, once you've got one black moment, you've got to get an even blacker black moment. So she gets kidnapped by Jabba the Hutt. Nightmare, taken off in that frankly bizarre bikini. But she's a feisty modern heroine. She strangles him. That's feisty by anybody's standards. Then meanwhile, let's have a meanwhile. Meanwhile, Darth Vader is like, oh son, you know that girl you fancy? She's actually his twin sister. And he's like, oh Dad, okay, thank you so much. You've got to have that kind of resolution. So he can go off and be totally emo now. He can do his thing. We definitely know he's not our hero anymore. He's going off to feel the Force and the rest of it. We definitely know he's done as the hero. So Han can grab her by the hand. They rush off and make mad, passionate love in a flaming star of fireworks and wonderfulness. The end.
Jayne Rodgers, ladies and gentlemen.